All right, so we'll be doing the heart checklist here. So the first thing I'm going to do is just going to be observing the general appearance of his hands and nails. So just put your hands and nails out like that. Perfect. Just looking for any lines or any pitting in the nails, thumb signs. Okay, next I'll get you to lay down here. So next I'll be doing the internal jugular pressure, the JBP. So for that I'll just have to I'll go along the SCM. Do you mind if I palpate you? Find that here. And I'll just be shining a general light on it. Just have you turn your head this way a little bit. Perfect. So I'm just looking for the SCM. So for the next test, what I would do, I don't have a ruler in the house. I would set the ruler up on the bottom of the sternum, and I'd take a popsicle stick or something along those lines, and I would measure across, and I would just see how far up it is. And you're looking for about a 2 to 3. Sorry, it'll be at a 45-degree tilt at about 2 to 3 centimeters. Is considered normal. Next we'll be looking at the chest area general observation. So I'll just be using a tangential light for that. Can I get you to actually remove your shirt if that's okay? Let's be inspecting for the valves, asymmetry, seeing if there's any difficulty of breathing. Just be using a tangential light. Just be looking there. Just have you take a breath in and then out. Okay, everything looks normal there to me. So next I'll be looking for the apical pulse. So, sorry, that's what I was looking for just there. I shine the pen light tangentially through the region. Next I'll be palpating the apical impulse. So I'll be palpating the apex area, which is in the 5th intercostal space. If unable to palpate, I'll have to roll 45 degrees, but I'll just try this right back. See if I just palpate you here. Okay, so everything there felt normal to me there. Next I'll be doing the palpation for lifts and heaves. So I'll be going up along the aortic valve, the pulmonary valve, tricuspid valve, and the mitral valve. My hand just like this. So I'll just feel that along here. Okay, and now I'll be palpating for thrills. This time I'll be using my fingertips. So again, I'll just go over those 4 segments again. Perfect. Everything sounds normal there to me. Next, I'll be doing the percussion. So I'll be percussioning lateral to medial in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Again, on most of those spots. I'll be using just one single finger on this one. Drag it down just a little bit. Yeah, everything sounds normal to me there. Now with the diaphragm, I'm just going to auscultate over the valve. So on one side, I'll be using the diaphragm. The next, I'll be using the bell. When I use the bell, I'll just go in reverse order. And for each time I move the diaphragm and the bell, I'm just going to take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Okay, let's take a breath in. And out. Sorry. There we go. All right, breath in. And then out. Okay. Now I'll switch to the bell. Perfect. And then now I'll just be testing for the S2 physiological spitting. So again, with the diaphragm, I'll auscultate over the pulmonary valve. And I'll just ask the patient this time to inhale and exhale a little bit deeper. Okay. Perfect. Okay, and now I'll be doing the aortic regurgitation evaluation. So this time I'll get the patient to, so I'll have you seated this time, leaning forward. Left lateral debunctus position. Patient rolls forward 45 degrees to the left lateral position, and then examiner, I'll be listening with the bell and the mitral valve again, listening to any S1, S2 splitting of either. So I'll just come over here. Perfect. And then last but not least, we'll be doing the mitral valve prolapse murmur evaluation. It's a patient with, again, the same position. Patient remains in the left lateral position, and I'll be using the bell this time. And this time I'll get you to do the Valsalva maneuver, so I'll just get you to bear down. And I'll just listen to the sounds. Perfect.